Hey y'all, welcome to or back to my channel.
And you're a pretty brown skin.
Today we're going to be delving into how me and my husband got married at 19. The whole story time, how we met, me telling my parents, my siblings, like the whole thing, y'all. It's gonna be a full story time. So get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever you got, and tune into this story time. Okay, so my husband's not here. He's actually at work, so I'm gonna be doing the story time, but I'll input like photos of us or videos and such of us throughout the videos so you guys can really see us and like our story and everything like that. Just so you guys get an image in your mind, and I'm not the only one telling the story. Of course, he has his side, and I can tell you guys a little bit of his side of what he told me. But we're just going to be delving in and how the Most High really joined us together so young. So how we met, we actually met on social media. Everybody's meeting on social media. But we met on Instagram back in 2022, I believe, 2022. I was on live with two of my friends. So we were on Instagram live. Mind you, I never go live. I think that was like my first time ever going live. I really do not ever go live. So we were on live and he joined the live. And I think we were doing like a talent show or something. Or they were doing a talent show. I was just there, y'all. I don't know. I was just there. It was like probably my first or second time going live ever on Instagram. But yeah. So we were doing a talent show, or they were doing a talent show, and they added him. I didn't add him. They added him. I didn't even know who he was. So they added him. I think he was like, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was like showing like one of his songs or something, if I remember. I feel like he had like a guitar in his hand, but I don't think he did. But he was like sharing one of his songs that he wrote or something like that. And so we were listening to it or whatever. After he was done, he was like, "Oh, you're very beautiful, by the way." And then I was like, "Who?" Because it was two girls and one boy on the live. It was me and my friend. He was like, "You." So I was like, "Oh, thank you. Thank you." Because I didn't know him. I didn't know like anything about him. I never been on his page before, nothing. So I was like, "Oh, thank you," and that was it. So then he was like, "Oh, everybody follow me back. Everybody follow me back. Yada, yada, yada." I did not follow him back. My two friends, they followed him back, but I didn't. Like, I just, I was like, I don't know you, so why am I following you back? So, we got off live, never spoke, nothing happened. And yeah, like nothing happened after that. I didn't follow him. He didn't text me. Like, nothing really, actually, no, he did text me. But nothing really happened immediately like that. Fast forward, and mind you, y'all, this is after we're married. He told me this, that he's been following me since his freshman year of high school. So when he was 14. And I did not know that. I did not know that at all. So he was really plotting for what? 5 years? 5. Well, he's 20 now, but it's a long time. After that, he would like swipe up on my story with like heart eyes or like something. Like he'll just swipe up on my story or like heart the story. I was like, okay, like he's liking my story. Like, who is this person? But he wasn't doing it a crazy amount that I was finna block him. Because I wasn't finna block him. But he was liking my story, heart eyes. And I would just heart it. Or move on, or I'll say thank you, So I don't remember what he said. This is after months of him doing that. I don't remember exactly what he said that like made us have a conversation. But it was something like, "Oh, I think it was like, you something different for real," or something like that. So I said, "Thank you. Like, how old are you?" Because y'all, I did not know how old he was. Like, I thought he was older than me, like older, maybe like in his 20s. From like, he only had one picture, and I thought he was like in his 20s because he looks older than his age. So I was like, I don't know if I should really like talk to this dude because he looks older. He looks way older than me. And at the time, in 2022, I was 17. I wasn't even 18 yet. So I was like, "Oh, how old are you?" He was like 18. So I was like, okay, then we started having conversation. Like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was like, "What do you do?" Just basic conversation. So he was like, "Oh, like, we should FaceTime one day, or can I FaceTime you one day," or something like that. And I was like, okay, sure. I was bored, y'all. It was a Saturday. I was bored. But I'm glad, I took the FaceTime and everything. So we got on FaceTime. It was pretty good. We were talking about family. We were talking about, the Most High and like everything. So the conversation was going really good, but I still had that call. So I was like, okay, I'll call you another time tomorrow, maybe, I think I said. And that was that. So the next day, he texted me good morning and have a good day or something like that. So next day I called him because I was actually intrigued. I was like, okay, like from our last conversation, it was really good. I was intrigued. And to mind you, I lived in Jersey. Now I'm in Texas where he is, but he was in Texas for school and I was in Jersey. So the long distance was long distancing because we were already far. I knew that, but I was also prepared for long distance. The reason why I was really okay with like doing long distance is like I feel like it builds more of a like personal connection, and two, I knew I wasn't doing anything before marriage, so it was like, okay, if somebody's in person or right next to me, it would be more tempting to do something before marriage. So that's why I didn't really have a problem with long distance, because it kind of kept us disciplined. So I knew that we both knew that we were in two different states. We were having conversation after conversation. Ever since that first FaceTime, we talk every single day. We still talk even though we are in the same house. We still talk, or not, of course we're in the same house. We would talk every day. But I'm talking about when he's at work, I would still call him, text him, all that. So, we would talk every single day. So my brother actually lives down here in Texas. Fast forward a few months. We started talking in January of 2023, or February 2023, January, February 2023. And, I told my mom about him, my dad about him a little bit to my dad, but I told my mom about him, that he's really nice and like, just telling her this whole spiel about him, what he does, his relationship with the Most High and everything, his intention. From what he told me already, y'all. Like, his intention was to marry me from the jump. Like, he knew that I was going to be his wife from the jump, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take long for God to know what he wants. I told my mom, she was like, oh, we'll see, we'll see. So I told my dad a little bit about him, and, they basically said the same thing. So fast forward, we actually went to Texas in April of 2023. I first met him in April 2023 in person. We were only supposed to link up once out of the days that we were in Houston, like me and my family. Now, he ended up coming to the Airbnb like every single day that we were there. And that's just because like my parents really, really liked him, like from the jump, because of how he carried himself, how he presented himself. So my parents were really okay with him literally coming to the Airbnb every single day that we were there. And I was excited because that was my man that didn't know he was my man yet. Even though he knew that I was his wife, but he didn't know that I was, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But he was my man before he was even my man. So I was excited that he was able to come every single day. We went to the mall. He paid for my clothes. He paid for my food, like everything. And he would come right after work, just straight to the Airbnb. Or he'll go home, shower first, and then come to the Airbnb. But yeah, the whole time, queen treatment. And always has been, always will be queen treatment that he treats me, y'all. He treats me like an absolute queen from the jump, and still does now. My parents really, really liked him. And yeah, so every single month after that, he flew to Jersey to see me. And sometimes weekends after weekends. Like, he'll come this weekend, and then he'll be back the next weekend. And mind y'all, flights are not cheap. They're not cheap. They're expensive. Especially when you're going from Texas to Jersey, or Jersey to Texas. So that was just real commitment that I even seen from him. And like, dang, like this person is really coming all the way, taking flights every month or weekends at a time to come see me. Like, it really showed like his dedication, persistence to really make me his wife. And I was excited, like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my man. It's always been my man since, I started talking to him, because we really clicked, and the Most High really really put us together, because if you really think about it, we are so much miles apart. The Most High is the only one who could have like orchestrated that, because I don't even go on live. I probably went on live like once or twice. Two, he saw that I went live, I think, or something like that, and he put on his notifications so he can see that next time I went live. Kind of like, and he was about to miss the live. But you see how the Most High works. The Most High really orchestrates every single thing, and I praise the Most High for allowing me to meet my husband at such a young age, and meet him, and I just have such a great husband, such a great man that truly loves the Most High more than he loves me, treats me like a queen, supports me, provides for me, cares for me, everything. Y'all, it's all in one. He is literally everything. But let's continue with the story time. So, yeah, he would come every single month, weekends at a time, sometimes, like, all the time. One of the times that he had came, he talked to my dad, like, asking my dad for his blessing, because he knew that he was going to marry me soon. He was telling them his intentions from the jump, like, how he wants to take care of me, provide for me, you know, be my husband, support me, and, like, break generational curses from his family, and like have a righteous household with me and everything like that. Like, this is something that he was sharing with my parents often, every single day when we were on FaceTime. Like, my parents have conversations with him all the time. I would have conversations with him all the time. Like, I'm not a type of person that just goes off of somebody's talk. I also go for actions, and his actions were aligning with what he was talking about, and I love that. Like, I love him. So let's continue. I'm getting so excited. He asked my dad for his blessing. Of course, my dad said yes, because, you know, he trusts him. Like, in the short period of time that we were talking, July 1st, 2023 is the day that he proposed to me. July 1st, 2023 is the day that he proposed to me. We went to the state fair. And, you know, we're, you know, playing the games and stuff, going on the roller coasters. We were having a good time. You know, after we're done playing with the games and, like, all that, he was like, oh, come here, like, because we were going to walk to the American Dream Mall, because the American Dream Mall was right by the state fair. So I was like, okay, let's walk to the American Dream Mall. So he was like, oh, no, come up here to, you know, I don't know. He was trying to distract me, like, take me on the bleachers or something like that. So we went on the bleachers and everything. Through the time that we were on FaceTime, I'm sorry if it's a lot of back and forth, y'all. This story is kind of all over the place, because, like, things were happening so fast. But through the time that we were talking on FaceTime and, like, seeing him, like, he would make, like, little foil rings and stuff like that. And he'll make, like, little foil rings. And he'll be like, oh, I'm going to get this to you the next time I see you. Like, little rings out of foil. So fast forward to the day that he proposed. He, like, took one of the foil rings out of his pocket. He was like, oh, look at the foil ring that I made you. All laughs, you know. So, you know, he gets to the foil ring, and I'm trying to, like, because it's, like, smushed. So I'm trying to fix it, and I'm distracted. And then he was like, oh, never mind about that one. How about this one? And he pulls out a ring. And then he's talking to me, y'all. He's talking to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I do not remember a word that he was saying, because I was so in shock. Like, I'm like, what is going on? In my mind, I was like, what is my parents going to think? What is my siblings going to think? What is everybody going to think? Because it happened so fast. So that's what was going through my mind. He was talking to me. He was like, oh, you know, I don't even remember. He would tell you guys if he was here, everything. But I was so in shock. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, are you serious? What are you doing? That's what I was saying. But I don't remember what he was saying. So, you know, he proposed to me. And, of course, I said yes, because I wanted to marry him. I actually, like, that was actually, like, the first decision that I was, like, 100% yes. Like, there's been things in my life that I'm like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? But him and marrying him was literally, like, the best decision that I've ever made. And I was so happy, but I was so in shock. So, of course, I said yes, but I was scared. Like, I was scared. Oh, I'm so scared because I was like, what is everybody gonna think? Like, because it happened so fast and everything like that. And he met my outside family, like my extended family, like once. So I was like, what is everybody gonna think? Of course, he met my like family multiple times and stuff, but my extended family, like, he only met like once. So I was like, what is everybody gonna think? What is everybody gonna think? Like, I was not talking for like a good 10 minutes, y'all, because I was so in shock. I was like, what the heck is everybody gonna think? That was the main thing that was going through my mind. And I was like, I was so scared. My brother and sister-in-law, they came to pick us up from the state fair because we were gonna Uber back, but they were coming to the state fair to do like games and stuff. So they were like, oh, we'll just come to the games and then we'll all go back together. So mind you, that time, my brother, my sister-in-law, I didn't tell them nothing. I was so scared. I did not tell them nothing. We were just acting regular. We were just acting regular, not doing anything. The whole night we did not tell them anything. So then I went home. It was at like 12 o'clock in the morning. So I got home and I was trying to go to sleep and I was like, okay, I'll just tell everybody tomorrow. So it was still in my mind. And then my mom came on my room. She was like, because we have like a little picture that we made at the state fair. She was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. She was asking me a whole bunch of questions. And then I felt pressure to tell her. So I was like, oh, he got me a ring. I said he got me a ring, y'all. I didn't say he proposed to me because I was so scared. I was scared out of my butt. My mom was like, what? What ring? So then she started smiling. And then I showed her. She was like, come show your father. So I went downstairs, showed my dad. He started smiling. And he's like, congratulations. And then they asked me how it happened. They asked me how I feel. I was like, I'm scared. Like, I don't know how everybody's going to think. Then, they're like, don't worry about how everybody's going to think. Like, we allowed y'all to get married. My dad gave him the blessing and everything like that. So, don't worry about it. Then the next day, we kind of told everybody. Everybody was saying congratulations, but I know everybody was like confused and like, why? I had long conversations with everybody because everybody's like, oh, are you sure? Why don't you wait? And there was a lot of things that, people said to like me and him, like, oh, get your divorce papers ready. And like, yeah, like, what? Or like, oh, why don't you guys wait till like your, in your 40s or 30s or, oh, he could be I've heard it all, y'all. Every single thing that you can think of that pertains to this situation, I've heard it all. So I was like, oof, that hurt my heart. But, now everybody's fine. It's been like over a year now. So now everybody's fine. Everybody's, talked to us, whatever. But yeah, so after the engagement, we waited a year to get married. So it's a year later. And we got married 2 months ago. So, and then I moved to Texas. So that was like a big thing. We had our wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. We had our wedding in Jersey. It was beautiful. And I'm really happy with our wedding and everything like that. And I love it here in Texas. Like, I absolutely love it here in Texas. Through my experiences, I've learned a lot of like my growth and my development into the woman and wife that I need to be for my husband and even for the Most High, because there was a lot of things that you have to change. There's a lot of things that you have to develop in. There's a lot of things that you have to know that you have to like give up and like things that you have to like change for your partner and for the Most High in general. So, that's why, through my experiences, I'm able to like help other girls, help other women that want to get married or that are married through my experiences of like change and development and everything like that. So yeah, sorry y'all, I had to check if the thing was still recording. But yeah, there's like a lot of development, a lot of change, and that's why through this process of like getting married young and everything like that, it really does have a lot of change. But like I said, it's literally the best decision that I've ever made, because you can grow with someone, you have someone to support you, to love you, to help you through anything, and you guys are working together through everything, through every situation, through every challenge. It's literally the best thing, literally, y'all. And the main thing is having Most High as the foundation of your marriage. That's like the most important thing. And following the roles biblically that you guys both supposed to have It like functions so well together once you guys are functioning your roles. And that's what I had to learn. And like even through this process, like that's what I'm really, really learning and just loving. I love being my role. I love helping him. Like I cook for him, clean for him. Like I just love it, y'all. I love catering to him because he's such a great man, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. He is such a great man. Couldn't even ask for a better husband. I'm saying that, and I'm saying that because it's the truth. Through my platform on social media, I've been able to start my women's group chosen by him, where I help so many women all around the world, in Nigeria and France, like all around the world, weekly Zoom calls, and just help women learn and function as the woman and wife they want to be or aspire to be through following scripture and following biblical principles. So I'm so excited for this journey. I'm so excited that the Most High has blessed me with this man, this life, this marriage, and blessed me with him. Like I'm so grateful that I know the Most High. I know who my Father is. And I'm just so grateful for him, and I'm so grateful that I can share my experience, share my journey with you guys, and know that marriage at a young age isn't a bad thing, you know, as long as you're growing with the person that has the foundation of the Most High and following biblically what you're supposed to do. People don't like commitment. People don't like marriage. People don't like functioning in their roles. People don't like submission. People don't like leadership. They don't really like it. They like, our generation kind of turned from marriage. They turned from things that are biblical, like, but I'm here to tell you, yes, I'm newly married, but I know that it's only gonna get better. But yeah, that was the story time, quick story time, but that's basically how we met and like everything like that, and how the start was. So I'm so excited I get to share the experience and journey with you guys, and like it's been fun. The wedding was beautiful. I'll show pictures and stuff like that on the screen and everything like that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more wifey content, 19-year-old wifey content. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I forgot to mention, if you guys want to join the Chosen by Him Zoom and group chat, DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the link to the group chat and the link to the Zooms. And we have daily updates, daily scriptures, daily encouragement in our group chat. It's really good. And I think we're at like 200 women now, so which is really exciting, really great. And I'm loving like how we're sharing the word of the Most High in there, and how we're uplifting each other and just sharing the Most High's grace and mercy and scriptures and everything. So if you guys want to join, definitely DM me on Instagram and I'll surely add you. Also, follow me on my social medias, Zarina Antoine on Instagram and Life with Zarina on TikTok. Bye.